Welcome to our channel. In the last session, we discussed the basic introduction to knowledge representation. In that session, what we discussed, what is knowledge representation, what is the role of knowledge representation in artificial intelligence, what are the key challenges that are faced by the knowledge representation, and the most importantly, what are the different methods of knowledge representation. These are discussed in the last session. Based on these things, in this session, we will discuss what are the issues that the knowledge representation faces. Before moving to the issues, first of all, what is mean by knowledge representation? Generally, our information, that is artificial intelligence, mainly operate on the data. Generally, the data is in the raw format. So it is very difficult to understand the raw data and make intelligent decisions. So what you have to do? The raw data is converted into a structured format for making intelligent decisions. So this is the knowledge representation. Okay. Now, while representing in that structure format, what are the issues that are failing? Now, in that raw data, understand carefully, in that data, what to represent? That means I have large amount of data. Which data you need to represent? How do we represent such data? What is the efficiency versus expressiveness of such data? Inferencing capability, uncertainty, and incomplete knowledge. Now you got it? Now we will move to one by one. Suppose I have some raw data is there. From that raw data, what to represent? The knowledge must to define the scope of the knowledge. The basic examples from the raw data, we are representing the objects in the sense the places, the people, the things, everything need to be represented. Events in the sense the actions or occurrences that are performed. Suppose this occurred in the yesterday. Now actions, what agents can do. For example, doctor is an agent, he always prescribes some medicine. What the agents can do? Time, ordering of events, in which order the events are happened, you need to mention the ordering also. Causality, that is the cause effect relation. For example, the cause is virus, it relates to fever. Beliefs are intentions, simply modeling mental states, that means multi agent systems. So these need to be specified for your clear understanding. Now I am segregating this, the different types of knowledge. Whatever we discussed in the previous one, the same thing is expressed in the different fashion. These are the types of knowledge. What is the first one? Object knowledge. That means it provides the information about the physical objects and their properties. For example, a laptop has a keyboard, a laptop has a mouse, a laptop has a screen, or a tree. A tree has a branches, a tree has a leaves, a tree has a root. Based on this, the AI recognize and classify the things. Now, event knowledge. Event knowledge means simply the knowledge about the actions or events. For example, a traffic light turns into a red. Suppose a user click a button. Based on this clicking the button, the AI understand what is the cause and what is the effect. Now, performance knowledge. Performance means how do we do the task? How do we do the task? That is, how do we bake a cake? How do we troubleshoot a mission? Based on this performance knowledge, the AI systems make the efficiency to perform, that is, to accomplish the task. Meta knowledge, that is the knowledge about what the system knows, that is understanding when to update the knowledge base or when to that is determining which information is the most useful for performing some operation. The information. Factual knowledge means the verifiable facts or verifiable states. For example, water boils at 100 degrees. It serves as the basis for AI for reasoning and making the decisions. Now, finally, the knowledge base, a centralized source for maintaining the different facts and rules and procedures. Based on this, AI systems can make the decision and address the problems. Now, these are the different types of knowledge. Now, what is the first issue? First issue, from the raw data, we need to identify this information. These need to be represented. Okay. Once we understand what needs to be represented, obviously, what is the second question? How do we represent? How do we represent? So in the last session we discussed there are different methods of representing the knowledge. The first one is logic based methods. You simply follows the rules. That is, we are representing the knowledge either the propositional logic or first order logic, or rule based systems, or semantic network, that is in the hierarchical or graphical format, simply the nodes and relationship between the nodes, a frames, a structured template for each and every object, probabilistic model to handle the uncertainty. We discussed each and every model in detail in the last session. So move back to that session. These are the different ways. How in the sense depending upon the situation. For example, I have some knowledge. The knowledge is mainly related to probability or mainly related to uncertainty. Then my knowledge is represented by using probabilistic model. Got it? Suppose if my information strictly follows the rules, then I am moving to rule based system. Depending upon the requirement, we need to change the type of representation. This is the second issue. Now, the third one is efficiency versus expressiveness. Generally, a system is very expressive. Obviously, it is computationally expensive. What is mean by this one? Very expressive means it can handle the complex scenarios also. It can handle the complex scenarios. Obviously, it must be costly. Suppose if you are using a simple representation, may be efficient, but if it is a simple representation, it is difficult to identify the maintain relationships. For example, predicate logic. It is expressive, but computationally it is heavy. Suppose rule-based system, it is efficient, but it is not possible to identify the complex relation. That means you need to represent the knowledge such that it is both maintains efficiency and expressiveness. It needs to maintain efficiency and expressiveness. Okay. The next issue is inferencing capability. Inferencing capability means we are representing the knowledge. That representation is only useful when based on the representation, if you are making any decision or we can reason it, then only the representation is useful. Suppose I am representing some data, from that I am unable to understand or I am unable to reason anything, that representation is not at all useful. What are the different deductive reasoning? This means simply it derive logically certain conclusions. Suppose if A and A to B, obviously it is B. Inductive reasoning means generalize from example, that is we are learning the information from the available pattern. Objective reasoning, simply inference to best explanation. Suppose you have fever and cough, maybe flu. So these are the inferencing capability. And finally, uncertainty and incomplete knowledge. What is mean by this uncertainty? Generally, we are getting the data from the real world. Maybe the real world data consists of some noise. Obviously, what happened? We are missing some data. So the representation must handle the missing or probabilistic data. In such type of scenarios, we are using based on reasoning or fuzzy logic or Dempster-Shafer theory. Anyway, we will discuss each and every technique in detail in the later sessions. These are the issues that are faced by knowledge representation. What is the simple thing? From the raw data, what to represent, how to represent, and how to reason. And at the same time, you need to maintain the expressiveness, speed, at the same time accuracy, uncertainty and inference. These are the issues of knowledge representation. Thank you.